Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today we'll be reading from Canto 3, Chapter 9, verses 22 to 33. The chapter title is Brahma's Prayer to the Creative Energy. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiriye Nashto Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavad Sevya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Text 23rd. The Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, is always the benefactor of. Actually, I have to start with 22. Sorry. Okay. Let the Supreme Lord be merciful towards me. Text 22. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and he maintains all their ultimate happiness by his six transcendental opulences. May he be merciful towards me, so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection to create, for I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. Text 23. The Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, is always the benefactor of the surrendered soul. His activities are always enacted through his internal potency, Rama, or the goddess of fortune. I pray only to engage in his service in the creation of the material world and pray that I not be the materially affected by my works, for thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator. Text 24. The Lord's potencies are innumerable, and he lies down in the water of devastation. I am born as the total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus from which the lotus sprouts. I am now engaged in manifesting his diverse energies in the form of the cosmic manifestation. I therefore pray that in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of the Vedic hymns. Text 25. The Lord, who is supreme and the oldest of all, is ultimately merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow his benediction upon me by opening his lotus eyes. He can uplift the entire cosmic creation and remove our rejection by kindly speaking his directions. Text 26. The sage Maitreya said, O Vidura, after observing the source of his appearance, namely the personality of Godhead, Brahma prayed for his mercy as far as mind and work and words would permit. Thus, having prayed, he became silent, as if tired from his activities of penance, knowledge, and mental concentration. Text 27 and 28. The Lord saw that Brahma was very anxious about the planning and construction of the different planetary system and was depressed upon seeing the devastating water. He could understand the intention of Brahma, and thus he spoke thoughtful words, removing all the illusion that had arisen with Brahma. Text 29. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then said, O Brahma, O depth of Vedic wisdom, be neither depressed nor anxious about the execution of creation. What you are begging from me has already been granted to you before. Text 30. O Brahma, situate yourself in penance and meditation and follow the principle of knowledge to receive my favor. By these actions, you will be able to understand everything from within your heart. Text 31. O Brahma, when you are absorbed in devotional service, in the course of your creative activities, you will see me in you and throughout the universe, and you will see that you yourself, the universe, and the living entities are all in me. Text 32. You will see me in all living entities as well as all other the universe, all over the universe, just as fire is situated in the wood. Only in that state of transcendental vision will you be able to be free from all kinds of illusions. Text 33. When you are free from the conception of the gross and material bodies, when your senses are free from all influences of the modes of material nature, you will realize your pure form in my association. At that time, you will be situated in pure consciousness. That ends this portion of my reading today. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Sri Krishna Das Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. Om Krishna Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Please take over the call, Prabhuji, whenever you are ready.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Radharani Mataji. Thank you, Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam Sikshashtamekam Purushak Puranam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sariradari Kripambadir Tamaham Prapadye. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Today's section, Lord Brahma is pouring his heart as wonderful prayers for Garbhodakshaya Vishnu here. So today we are continuing with the prayers. Lord Brahma is very, he's a Veda Garbha. He's mentioned as Veda Garbha. So he's a first living entity who has understood the Vedas directly from the Lord himself. And he is addressing Lord, and he's saying Lord is actually in a Yoga Nidra form, and he is enjoying he's in the Yoga Nidra on the devastating waters. He is enjoying this Yoga Nidra, and he's praying that please open your lotus eyes and give your mercy upon me, so that I may not be affected by this creation that I'm about to end. About to take this big endeavor. So we are starting from verse number 23. So, and Brahma is continuing to pray that he's addressing the Lord as a benefactor of the surrendered souls. So one who has surrendered, the Lord is actually Bhakta Vakshala. So he is Samoham Sarvabhuteshu, is neutral to all the living entities, but he is benefactor of the surrendered souls. That's his Bhakta Vakshala forms. And Brahma is, after his very, very elaborate tapasya and austerities, and now he is considering himself fully surrendered to the Lord. And so he is praying for his mercy. And he is also saying the Rama Devi, the Lord's internal potency, or the goddess of fortune, is the agency by which the Lord is acting in this material world. So he's praying to the agency of the Lord because he is actually going to work with that agency of the Lord for the purpose of creation, the material world creation. So, and then is he's being the original architect of this entire universe. Brahmaji is praying that he may not be affected by the material, the three modes of nature, because he's predominantly is involved in Rajoguna, which is the creation part of it. But Brahmaji, knowing that he is endeavoring this big, service for the Lord, is praying so that he may not be affected. So similarly, the purport Prabhupada also says that Brahmaji is involved in this entire creation. He's praying. What about us? We are also, in the daily activities. We have to involve in this material energy. We have to interact with this material energy. We have to do karma, which is like activities according to one's different occupations. We have to engage. So we have to involve the material energy. What about us? We have to also pray every day to the Lord that we may not fall down because of this, the material modes of nature, associating with the material modes of nature, so that we can always be in the highest consciousness, free from the contamination of material affection. That's what Prabhupada is saying here. So the reason is the Lord is actually under full control. He's not a blade of grass moves without his permission. So he's being in full control. Lord can actually protect us from falling down onto this the illusory energy which is under the Lord's control. So he can actually protect us from falling on that illusory energy and forgetting the Lord. So that is the message that we have to take from this verse. And then Lord Brahma is going on, and now he's praying that uh, he's saying that um, so in this verse, Lord Brahma is saying that your energies are unlimited. So Veda also says that Lord's Parashya Sakti Vividaiva Suyate. Lord's energies are innumerable, unlimited, and so he's saying that the Lord's navel is like a lake. It's like a beautiful lake from which the lotus is sprouting. And then, so by his meditation, he was able to completely understand from where he is, originated, and who is his master, the completely all of his the purpose of his existence. Everything was so beautifully revealed. And so here Prabhupada is quoting that Brahma has to create so many living entities in this universe, and he has to also create both um, the living entities on the mode of goodness, the living entities on the mode of ignorance, and also in the mode of passion. So Brahma wants to be protected. So and so then he is praying to the Lord. He for his protection, so that he does not get deviated from the Vedic hymns. Um, so again, Prabhupada is also making a point that the spiritual life is like a walking on a razor's edge. So it is very, very minute, that you have to walk in the middle only, not this side and not that side. The material energy on this side, is like completely karmis and complete illusory potency. On this side is this Mayavada philosophy that we have to be in the middle in order to go towards the spiritual path. And Prabhupada gives many examples, and he gives this razor example, like shaving the face, the beard on the face. Even a little bit inattention, we can just think something and then do like this, and there is a blood. That example Prabhupada gives here, that a little bit of inattention, there'll be a fall down. So we have to be really, really very careful in dealing with this material energy. And the only way from that is to pray to the Lord every day, that for his protection. So, and then Brahmaji is praying further, and now he is actually asking the Lord, by glancing at him, by opening his eyes, because the Lord is in a yoga nidra form on the devastating ocean. So he's requesting the Lord to open his lotus eyes. Nayana Amburoham. So the lotus eyes, he's asking the Lord to open. And and also he is praying for the upliftment of the entire creation. Because he understands that the purpose of this creation is to give every living entity an opportunity to participate in the highest bliss, that is participating in the Lord's pastimes, and diving deeper into the Lord's beautiful this bhakti process, and relishing these bhakti process, that he wants to give that opportunity to every living entity. So that is what Prabhupada making a point here, that because of this reason, Brahmaji is taking this big endeavor of creating this universe and manifesting it. Now he's praying that let my endeavor be successful, so you can actually uplift the entire creation and remove their dejection by kindly giving some direction. So that's what he's saying. So the Lord is addressed here as Purushaha Puranaha, so the oldest personality, and he is a person, supreme person. So here again, the example of Lord's Rasa Leela with the gopis is given an example of exchange, ecstatic exchange of Madhurya Rasa, that a living entity is capable of participating in such exchanges with the Lord. So that is so this kind of exchanges with the Lord, with the gopas, with the gopis and elderly gopis and Nanda Maharaj, and outside Vrindavan, all the queens, all the Brajavasis, and all of these exchanges are so sweet that Prabhupada is encouraging that we can also come to such exalted stage of bhakti, and then we can be personally associate with the Lord. That is the bliss, supreme bliss, that we can also experience by this the opportunity that is given in this material world. And Brahmaji is actually helping Lord in that endeavor. So now Lord Brahma has prayed. Now Maitreya Rishi is speaking to Vidura, and he is saying that Brahmaji, he was praying for the Lord's mercy as far as his words and the mind could reach. So that means that we are always limited by the how much the mind and the words can reach, right? Like it can propagate. So each of us have our own consciousness, which can actually limit ourselves in terms of thinking and speaking. So similarly, Brahmaji being the recipient of Lord's mercy, he poured his heart. Now he is become silent. So now here Prabhupada is making a point that Brahmaji is a very special case, that he did not actually had a guru, because when he was born, there was nobody else, and he was the only one in the entire creation, and he could get the knowledge. There was only one person that he could receive the knowledge, that is the Lord within the Brahma's heart. So that is why Brahmaji is very special. And also now Lord has become satisfied by the prayers of Brahma, and Lord enlightened him from within Brahmaji. So and then the Lord was so now the Maitreya Rishi is speaking the intricate feelings of the Supreme Lord. So this is the beauty of spiritual literature, that it can speak the feelings of the other people. From the sages could see all this, and they could actually record in this scripture. So now the Lord is feeling that Lord Brahma was very anxious. What was he anxious for? He was seeing that devastating water, and there was completely, submerged in the water, and those waves were so fierce, and he was thinking, how am I going to do the construction of the planetary systems? And that was his anxiousness, and Lord was able to feel that anxiousness. He could understand that Brahmaji's intention is to start the creation. So now Lord was speaking in a very deep voice, and he wanted to give assurance to Brahmaji that yes, actually your endeavor will be successful, and I have made all the arrangement. So here um, again in the purport, Prabhupada was making a point that the devastating water was so fearful, and it was very fearful, and Brahma was completely disturbed and very anxious, and all of the planets were also now again another point Prabhupada is making, that Brahma has to create different planets for different living entities who are in the different modes of nature. And it's like if you take three modes of nature and then mix it with again three, like nine different colors. Like if you take the three colors and mix it with three colors, nine different colors, the nine colors mix it with 981 different colors. So like that, there are varieties of combinations of consciousness that comes out of this modes of nature. And Brahma is thinking, okay, I have to make different planetary systems for different consciousness, different bodies. All of these complex things are going on within his creative thought. Now that task is so huge that it was very, very difficult. Um, so no one in this, we cannot even comprehend what kind of a task is that. So, but by the mercy of the Lord, Brahmaji was able to execute that excellent, wonderful task. And it is here mentioned a word called Vidata, or the regulator. So it was very amazing to see that Brahmaji is executing that wonderful task. Now Lord Vishnu, or Garbhodaksa Vishnu, is speaking here, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So he's addressing Brahma as Veda Garbha. Veda Garbha, that's Dandrim. So Veda Garbha is like one who understood the depth of the Vedas, one who understood the depth of the Vedic wisdom. So he's a Veda Garbha. So the Lord Brahma is, you can imagine his depth of his knowledge, that he's completely understood all the Vedic wisdom. And Lord is saying that Yanmam Prarthaya Bhavan. So Prarthaya, like he is uh, Prarthayate. Prarthayate is like is requesting or begging the Lord, and then Lord is assuring that what you are asking, what you are requesting is already being arranged by me. So again here it says Sarga Udayamam Avaha. So Sarga is like the creation. For the creation, what you are requesting is already being arranged by me. So again here the lessons that we can learn here is Prabhupada mentions that if we are authorized representative of the parampara of the Guru, then the mercy flows down, and whatever we are entrusted with, either is a simple task or the task like Brahmaji, which is creation of the whole material universe, it is already Lord actually gives that energy along with the instruction. So that should be the from the Lord's perspective. But from our perspective, we should always seek that mercy and seek that 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 all the knowledge and all the required uh, things manifest in this task by the mercy of the Lord. From our perspective, we should always seek the mercy. From the Lord's perspective, he makes all the arrangements. An example was given here that Arjuna was fighting Kauravas, and Arjuna was initially hesitant to fight. And then Lord spoke the entire Bhagavad Gita. And then Arjuna was asking so many questions, and finally said, Arjuna, you are just a Savya Sachi that I've already arranged everything. I know you just fight and take the credit. So that was the mood of the Lord. Was he wants to give somebody devotees credit, and he wants to arrange everything, and he wants to for the purpose of the yoga kshemam vahamyaham. So Lord doesn't do for one category of people or one-sided approach. He does for yoga kshemam. So from that perspective, he's always neutral. So that is the message that here Prabhupada is giving. But at the same time, Arjuna didn't take pride that, okay, I did everything. So that from both sides, from the Lord's mercy flows, and also the devotees always pray for the mercy, and they always give all the credit to the Lord. This is a perfect combination that Prabhupada is talking about in the purport here. And then Lord is giving some instructions to Brahmaji, and he's saying, "Oh Brahma, now you situate yourself in this tapa atishta, bhuyastvam tapa atishta, vidyam chaiva mad ashrayam." So this principles of knowledge, vidyam, tapa, meditation, and the penance, tapa, meditation, also the knowledge. All these three things you continue and be in that position to receive my mercy. So he is giving these specific instructions, and then he is saying that by this you will be able to understand everything from the heart, from your heart. So now the Lord actually, is giving this instruction specific to Lord Brahmaji, which is applicable to all of the living entities also. So, in Bhagavad Gita also, it says tapa is always to be austerity, or penance should be always to be cultivated. Like charity is one of them. So we should never leave the austerities or penance. It can purify even the greatest souls. So, and then the Lord, so Lord also giving directions from within the heart of Brahma, how all of the planetary systems should be arranged and how everything has to be. So this is again the part of the Buddhi Yoga, how the Lord is instructing from within the heart. So now Brahmaji is asking Lord Brahmaji to be observed in the Bhakti Yuktaha, so observed in this devotional service. And in the course of the creating, the creation, he wants Brahmaji to be engaged in devotional service, and he is giving some instructions that Dastashi mam tatam brahman mayi lokam svam atmanaha. So he's saying, I am I am in the entire universe. You will see me in within yourself and also the entire universe, and also the entire universe is within me. By observing in devotional service, you will realize this. He was saying, Lord. Now, Prabhupada is giving a wonderful example of how Brahmaji is going to, in the future, he is going to participate in Krishna's pastimes, and he will see Krishna, and when Yashoda Mai is seeing within the mouth of Krishna, the entire universe is there. He's going to see that pastime, and he's going to see that all of the living entities, like all of the gopas and cows, Krishna expanded when Brahma stole all the cows and calves. He's going to witness that. Indirectly, Prabhupada is saying this pastime is going to manifest, and Brahmaji is going to witness this pastime. So it is. We can take it in both ways. It's very beautiful. And verse number 32. So again, here Brahmaji is being instructed another transcendental knowledge that Brahma should never forget the Lord, his eternal relationship in the course of this creation. So, and he's now he's saying that Brahmaji, you should get that the vision of seeing me everywhere, just like I am present everywhere. My energy is present everywhere. He's giving also an example of the fire within the wood. Even though there is fire within the wood, it doesn't manifest. We cannot see its form, but it is there. So that example is giving. And finally, on the verse number 33, so in this verse, he's saying that the gross and subtle conceptions, when they are free, when they are completely free from the modes of nature, then the complete realization of the Lord can be attained, and in the pure realization, pure form of the Lord in Lord's association can be achieved, and at that time you will be situated in pure consciousness. So this is specifically applicable to the for the impersonalists or Mayavada philosophy, that they are anxious to completely free themselves from gross and subtle bodies, and they want to situate themselves always in the pure consciousness. But in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says that Jivere Swarupo Hoy Nityera Krishna Das. So, but when we situated in that position, Nitya Das, like service attitude of the Lord, we can gradually come to this state of pure consciousness also. So from both sides, they are also trying, we are also trying. And Lord is giving this message for the Brahma and also for all living entities here. And in this purport, Prabhupada beautifully mentions about the service, how we can actually come to the perfection by this simple method of service, rendering service to the Lord. Hare Krishna. We are over time today. Yeah, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
So much, Sri Krishna Das Prabhuji. Let's pay our obeisances to all the devotees and Prabhuji. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपया कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च देव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री कृष्णदास प्रभु जी के जय।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you to all devotees.